Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, I go by the name of Caution, Mr. 700. This is Life Behind Bars. You tapped in with All Over Media, live from Small's exclusive art studio with an episode of Life Behind Bars again. I got a special guest in here with me today. Some may know and some may not. He goes by the name of OG Gizzle. What's good, my brother?
What's them, man? I appreciate y'all for having me.
It's definitely a pleasure, bro. And see, this is one of those type of situations where it's like by association type of deal. So you get to know somebody through knowing somebody real, so you can trust the people they bring around type shit. But man, I appreciate you coming out, man. How's the drive? Are you from the Dallas area or where you from, man? Let them know where you from.
I'm a latex nigga, man. I'm Louisiana, Texas.
You can hear it.
Yeah,
You can hear it.
you know. So, I'm raised in Chopper City, New Orleans and stuff, but I bounce back and forth from Dallas to here,
Gotcha. And that kind of
back
speaks
town McKinney mostly.
Okay. And that speaks to like, something that you brought up right before we went live, like kind of give people a little background on your musical history and things like that, man. Let them know where you started and kind of how you got to where we are today.
Uh, some things I don't want to repeat.
Facts. Yeah.
I don't want to give nobody no glory.
Right. I got you.
But I started back in the no limit cash money days. You know what I mean? And
Okay, shout out to you.
got
for that.
blackballed, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Gotcha.
New day, new age.
Definitely. So as far as where you are now, man, is it just you solo? Or are you with a specific label, or like how's it working for you right now?
Nah, I'm on my grind, man. It's solo dolo. You heard me?
Okay.
Solo dolo. Now if somebody come with that right check, you know what I'm saying? I'm jumping in. But until then, I'm gonna be thugging behind the project building. You heard me?
Facts. Yeah. Now, how much of that, like, and it's dope that you're here, and I always, I love talking to artists from different places. How much of that plays a part into like your current musical style and things like that? Like, if people tap into your music, do they hear a lot of that?
Man, yeah, definitely. Because I grew up in Chopper City, so
Okay.
It's all me. It's all me.
Facts.
But I'm a Texas boy at heart too.
Right.
So yeah.
So how long you been in Texas?
Only now since Katrina, man.
Okay.
Only now since Katrina.
Gotcha. Okay, and what would be the biggest difference you say in like the music scene here from where you from?
Man, like
as far as making it as an artist, not like the sound, because we know what that's about.
Yeah.
But as far as like getting on as an artist, like the grind, what would you say is the
hard
difference?
out here. It's hard out here.
Right.
So I feel like hell, if I can make it in Dallas, I can make it anywhere. Put it that
That's
way.
That's a fact. The infrastructure is different here.
Very.
It's not like where it is in other places where there's a known thing, known place you go, known people you talk to. It's scattered. You know what I'm saying? So say if somebody was popping out here maybe 3 or 4 years ago, today it may be different. So you may not go to them for the same type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I've noticed. Like even when I talk to people, it's like, hey, bro, if you wanted to get on back in the day, you had to go to, you don't really get a lot of that as you would in other places because it's all kind of different. So who are some of the artists you listen to from out here?
Of course, I gotta say my little cousin Mo 3.
Facts.
Shout out to him. Rest in power.
Facts.
You heard me?
Facts.
Big Tuck. You know what I'm saying? Like DSR.
Okay.
I'm still a fan of them. Some music just don't go away because
it never does.
You grew up on it.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up on it. Because I even when I was in Chopper City, I used to always be like, dang, I wonder what it'll be like out there because I know it's different from where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The boys speak different. They ride different. So
facts.
So then I had that opportunity to bounce back and forth. Then I started seeing for myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely fuck with DSR. That's like whenever you talk to anybody from here, like ask anybody about the scene here, that's like the first thing you always hear first.
Yeah.
So like for us getting a chance to talk to George and interview him for the first time, for us, we was just like, man, this shit is crazy. We don't know where this shit finna go now. Like we didn't reach the mountaintop damn near. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then of course is number 7. And number 7 and Dumb Data.
Facts.
They holding it down,
Mm-hmm.
They not getting heard like they should.
Right.
Them boys got their power.
Right. And that's another thing about the Dallas music scene that I really enjoy as well, is that like there's a lot of people who move in big circles out here, you know what I'm saying? And like really the movers and shakers. I think I was talking to somebody, I went to an album release party recently, and they were saying that there's no top 20 artist out that doesn't have a Dallas musician, artist, or writer currently with him out here right now. And I was like, damn, that's crazy when
Facts.
you think about that.
That's facts.
Like it is, it's each individual area of music. There's somebody from Dallas that's doing something.
Facts.
And so that's how I see it. I never really agree with you got to go somewhere outside of Dallas to make it.
Nah, not true, because a lot of people don't see who holding it down behind
Facts.
the scenes.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people see what's being pushed in front of them for the magazine covers, for the TV, for the appearance, you know what I'm saying, for the sound. But you can't forget about the background.
For real.
Because the background overshadows it all and molds it into what you want it to be.
That's a fact.
What you praise it to be.
So let's talk about a little. I mean, I don't want to get too personal. I don't want to dig too deep into your business as far as like anything like that. But like, I know we talked about you doing a little time. Like, let people know like you ain't how long you. I know you've been rapping, but like you say, you just recently got released. So kind of tell us how it's been since you got back out and things like that.
I just done a dime in the feds. You heard me? And
shout out to you for coming out of there, man.
It's different, very different. But I'm gonna fight to keep it tight, and I'm gonna get it back to where it originated at.
Facts. Facts.
Hip hop is doing a 360 circle right now.
Oh yeah,
and it's coming back to realism instead of talkism.
And what's wild about that is like, hip hop has always been a form of like education, a form of like that's what the hip and hip hop is for. You know what I'm saying? Hip is for the intelligence, the hop is for the music. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And so it's crazy how that gets lost, but it never really went away. Just people stopped paying attention to it. But then if there's a mainstream artist that pops out that's kind of dope, they got a message just like, oh, he's the newest wave of shit going on. It's like, nah, it's niggas that's been doing it. It's just y'all ain't been looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're not as conscious as the artist himself, then you kind of shy away from them.
Throw you
and
off
then
a little
run
bit.
to something else.
The easy listening shit, the low hanging fruit as they like to call it. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I mean, I get it. I don't ever want to force people to listen to things or be one of the people that feel like you got to do what I say you got to listen to because I think it's dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I even tell people like I got away from the calling music trash type of deal. Especially with like established artists, you know what I'm saying? Like people say like, oh, I don't like such and such, his music trash. How did he make it? But his work ethic was there. You see what I'm saying? So he's not trash as an artist.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, your work ethic.
Exactly, man.
Because I didn't sit behind the scenes and watch somebody take somebody who I would consider garbage, that'll never amount to anything, and sit them on the top 100s.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's all about being humble, respectful, and falling in love with your craft, and then respecting the buyers of the music. Because if you get them what they want, then they gonna give you what they want.
And that's the thing, man. The craft, the music part of it. Like, I know it's cool to want to be famous. I know it's cool to want to have money and shit like that. But like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, the fame is the part of this shit that people they get after, and then they get it and be like, damn, I didn't know this came with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I recently posted something about that, bro. I said that, somebody was making a joke about Thanksgiving, like, y'all participate in this, and it talks about with the killing of the, the Indians and all that. And I was like, damn, Thanksgiving starting to sound a lot like rap music. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to fight and get in this industry, but we see our favorites get killed off by those who's supposed to love us. We can't go back to our neighborhoods, or some of us, those who, if you make it so big, you might not want to go back. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's weird how that dynamic has came, and it kind of overshadows what this shit really is about, which is what you said, the music. So what would you tell an artist right now who was trying to get to where he want to be but may not know the route to get there?
Don't get sidetracked. Don't get sidetracked. It's so easy to get sidetracked and get your feelings hurt.
That's
one of the biggest killers and lovers of the game right now is that internet.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll make you or break you. Back then, you can get a one-on-one in a fade and walk away from it. Now, you catch a one-on-one in a fade, depending on who got their phone or their camera up.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to haunt you for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll either make you kill yourself or go kill somebody.
Or go kill that person.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So
it's sad, man.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It really is.
Niggas ain't trying to do no fighting and nothing like that. And I think it's weird because even like I got a little brother. My little brother's 20 now. And so like just talking to him, he like, man, I ain't trying to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of crazy how that mindset is. To back in the day, I wasn't scared to take a L and bounce back. But he like, I ain't trying to get beat up. And like we just said, somebody get me on camera getting stomped out, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
We partly to blame for that because past artists, a lot of people, we bar up and we create bars, but a lot of us don't live that bar.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
If it sounds fresh, we're gonna put it out
Put
there.
it out there.
You know what I'm saying? If it sounds unique or this and that, it's like shit. Run that shit.
For real,
but
for real.
what we didn't expect was to everybody just melodically fall in love with it to the point where that's who I am. That's what I want to be.
Right.
Now you standing in the mirror and stuff saying, I can do this, I can do that. Then you run out and go rob a bank.
Right.
And you ain't do your homework. And you go to jail. Like, damn, how you get away with it? You know, he ain't never did it.
Right.
He just talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's like that Future thing where he got songs talking about Percocets and all that, and he like, I don't really do drugs like that.
It's entertainment. Pac said it a long time ago.
Facts.
Don't get it twisted. It's nothing but music, man. This is entertainment.
Facts.
However I got to entertain you, that's what I'm here to do. But once the mics are turned down, man, I'm somebody else. I'm going home to my family.
Back to myself.
You know what I'm saying? I'm walking my dog just like you.
Right.
I'm not walking around with no $2 million and stuff hanging out my pockets and all that kind of stuff. I ain't stupid. I'm finna get robbed as soon as I leave the studio.
Facts.
You know?
I'm inviting that. I'm inviting it. Like I said, I got it. Come get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And the biggest thing, man, it's like the Bible even tell you, you speak your blessings, you speak your curses, or you can speak them both simultaneously. And we've been doing that all our life, but hurry up and turn around and stop pointing the finger. You said I ain't gonna be shit. You said this, you said that. No, it doesn't matter what I say. What do you say?
What you feel.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can speak your own blessings and you can speak your own curses. And I never realized that until this is my third trip. But I end up going to the feds. And it made me sit down and realize a whole lot, bro.
Facts.
A whole lot. I had to find myself, stand outside of my own soul and look at me and be like, tripping. You tripping. You know, half of the music that I was writing back then, all this gangster stuff, I wasn't no gang member then.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't into doing all this killing, shooting, and all this kind of stuff, but I knew what the streets wanted to hear.
Right.
So I gave it to them. But then I found myself, as time progressed, I found myself doing them very same things that I talked about in my music. So then I'm sitting up there going over some of my music, and I'm like, damn, I spoke this like 5 years ago.
Spoken into existence.
I spoke it into existence. So it's like, if I can speak all this madness on myself, why can't I speak no goodness?
Put the positive out there, man. Put the positive out there. Because you know who the music influences first, right? Like, you know, adults listen to music if they own. You get to a certain age, you understand, I listen to this, that, or that. Right. Like, I'm 35 years old, man. You're not really bringing nothing new to me right now. Like, I know what I know what's going to hit my eardrums. You see what I'm saying? But a kid between the ages of whatever it is that's influential, you can pitch whatever to them and they'll take it because it sounds cool.
They're going to take it and run with it, bro. So that makes us responsible for this generation's downfalls. Because they would rather tote that iron and pop it now rather than knuckle up and be a man.
Or even discussing your difference. Like, hey, my nigga, it is my fault. You know what I'm saying?
To disagree. Nobody agrees to disagree no more.
Ever.
Somebody got to get taken out. Somebody got to get wiped out. And that ain't cool, bro.
Right.
It's not cool.
And I think you kind of answered the question I usually ask a lot of people I interview is like, do you feel that artists should be considered role models? But, I mean, that's kind of...
if you got a platform, bro, no matter what genre you're in, you are already stepping up to be a role model for millions of people that you may never even meet.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's unintentional, too. It's like... I'm
going to tell you a story, bro. Before I went in, I had a series of mixtapes out and selling them out the trunk. You know, I'm getting it in. Getting it in. So I'm at this particular spot. I ain't going to mention it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot went on that day.
Right.
An old lady walked up to me and slammed 2 of my mixtapes on the table. And she said, you can take this back. I said, Miss Lady, you ain't getting your money back. Right. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I don't want your money. She was like, my grandbabies ain't finna listen to this mess. You telling them to do this and run around and talking about killing yourself and all this kind of stuff. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. you can use your platform and speak righteousness to these kids. And I was like, man, somebody get this lady up out of here, bro. Like,
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
She gave to the wrong spot.
But it didn't dawn on me until years later what she was saying, and she was right.
Right.
I'm tripping. Everything that I said in them songs, them young boys was taking it and running with it.
Right.
Cuffing it, running with it.
Mm-hmm.
They was putting more action to it than I was.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Some
if it's coming from
succeeded and
somebody
many of 'em
credible.
didn't.
Right, it's coming from somebody they can believe in it too. Like he's saying it, and I know for a fact he with what he's saying.
Yeah.
So shit, let me do the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's an interesting dynamic though. A lot of artists aren't willing to accept that role though. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not. And I think who was it that I heard? What's the guy named Lil Nas X? He was with the Breakfast Club, and he was like, "Shit, I'm not no role model for your kids. Like that ain't my job." But it's like, damn, bro, your core audience is nothing but my children listen. My children listen to your music, bro.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just like as a parent, it puts you in that line. Like, damn, what do I allow my kids to listen to? What do I be super controlling over everything? Do I want my son running around here quoting King Von? Not knowing that his message is the same that I'm actually not trying to push, you see what I'm saying? Or whoever it is, not to just use one person, but what we talking about.
I know. But
So,
at the same time, they're going to hear it anyway.
Facts.
It's not admissible. You cannot shield them from it, you know. But they have to be taught that no matter where you go, this is either righteous or it's not.
Give them the guidance.
You know what I'm saying?
Give them the guidance.
And you have the control over yourself to either walk that walk, talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or just raise up and just say, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do
you know,
with
back in the day, they said, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. And that's what many of us did. But technically, that's wrong information. That's misinformation.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want a part of that, walk away from it.
Yeah.
Walk away from it. Simple as that.
Yeah, instead of
every rapper ain't got to die out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. So I'm gonna ask you, give me your favorite rapper of all time.
Man, Soulja Slim.
Oof, my man. A lot of people don't even know who Soulja Slim is, man.
I know it.
Just legends that didn't get to see their whole shit to fruition, man. I hate them kind of stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, even where they from, you know, because I'm sure from where you from, everybody knows who Soulja Slim is. I was just watching Currency. We was talking about a Currency interview, and he was talking about how that was like a huge influence on him and somebody he looked up to.
He was the Pac of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Really, at that time, the whole South, he was our Pac.
Right.
You know?
That's dope. That's dope. Not even knowing the impact of it though. So, Soulja Slim. Who else would I say from Louisiana that I really rock with? Of course, you got Boosie and Webby. I'm an early Cash Money fan. I'm a very early. I wasn't as big. Like I was big on No Limit when they dropped, but I was like huge on Cash Money when it came out. I'm talking about like Get It How You Live, early Hot Boy shit. Prior to Gorilla, like 10, 11-year-old Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne, Currency. You know, all them boys, Gutter, the Squad.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, them Squad Up mixtapes.
Squad Up. You know what I'm saying? You say Squad Up now, they talking about blood.
They don't know what you talking about, bro. Like, that was it.
But those were the ones we sent out to smash on niggas from, like, New York and shit like that. Who was, like, lyrically inclined, who you got to have a dictionary out there. Like, what do you say? What do you say? You know, Nut the Kid. You know what I'm saying? Gutter and all them. You know, them boys should have been way up here, but they
was ahead of their time, though.
Ahead of their time.
Them Squad Up mixtapes was really, it was like the basis of the modern day mixtape. Yeah. Like, a lot of people didn't know that when it was happening, but I was listening to Squad Up mixtapes in Compton. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Compton, so I'm listening to that way, not even knowing that this was going to be, Wayne was going to be as big as he was. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, like you say, Currency, I'm huge on Currency. Fiend. Mr. Magic, you know what I'm saying? Like,
rest in peace, Magic,
Mr.
man.
Magic, man. Who else? Oh man, come on, man. I don't even know how I missed out on Missing Murder.
Man, Mia, Mama Mia.
It's shit like
that's
that.
My little sister there.
They had a time in the game, bro, where they were shaping the sound of hip hop. Like when Jay-Z took Juvenile on that on the tour with the Rockefeller Cash Money shit. That was, I don't know if people realize how big of a deal that was for hip hop and what y'all was doing out there. Like, it was opening the door to a place I had never even fucking seen before. You know what I'm saying?
But behind closed doors is what created turmoil for us all. And it's the reason why none of these are standing right now today.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into detail about it because if I do, somebody gonna be mad at me.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? But you know who you is. You know who you is. You know you down bad. You know what I'm saying? You know you could have paid them people. You heard me?
Always.
You know you could have.
Why is the game of hip hop one of the most jankiest professions that one can be involved in when it comes to financial matters? I just don't like, and I get in corporate America, you get that, and I get in normal functions, but why is hip hop seems like it's engineered to snake young black Americans?
Because it is.
Right. I guess. It's that little rhetorical question there. I got you.
Know what I'm saying?
But it's like we look past it. Like, why is it something? Because even with the NBA and the NFL, at least you know I'm getting
because we
like
get snaked by people who we know and love, who we grew up around. So the last person you think that would snake you would be him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he say, spit on it, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's the big homie.
Right. I'm going with it.
Enough said.
I'm rocking.
But then years later, you run around like, how is it that you the third richest rapper in the world and I'm broke?
Ugh.
This ain't making. You telling us, oh, I'm gonna invest all this money into such and such, this and that. We all gonna come up. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
See how people move when that attention even.
Then when somebody start opening their eyes up, you either want to sick the wolves on them or you want to blackball them out the game.
Right. Now I'm ungrateful.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to fuck me over no more. I'm ungrateful. Right. It's crazy, man. It's something to definitely think about. I encourage everybody that gets into rap music to have something else going for yourself as well.
Learn the business side.
Facts. Man. Have something else.
Learn the business side. Because if you don't, I mean, it doesn't take but one hit to take you where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you don't, you can have a gang of singles that barely do the minimum and still live like a king. You ain't got to do Jay-Z numbers.
Facts.
You don't have to.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, respect yourself, respect your craft, and learn the business side. Because if you don't, you can't blame nobody but yourself at the end of the day. Because the one true fact that I done learned that a person only going to do to you what you allow them to.
What you allow. That is a fact.
And I'm a prime example. You know what I'm saying? I'm a prime example. Nail me into a coffin. And it made me do other things and stuff because I was angry. You know what I'm saying? But it was my fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could have took time to read those contracts. You know what I'm saying? I could have did my homework on the lawyer that was given to me and not accepted that. You work for the label. What the hell?
How's that helping me?
How's that helping me?
Yeah.
But we so eager. We want to rap. We just want to get out there and shine. And we, soon as you finish shining, we popping these bottles and we going to the strip club. We going to do this. We going to do that. We got you. Got a nice whip out there with your name on it. Actually, it got no limit tags on it.
Facts. I was going to say it's a company name.
Company name. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I need to be smarter than what I am and stop listening to all that yah.
That's a fact.
Because if it ain't written in blood, well, written in ink. Let me stop that.
Same difference. Yeah. Same difference.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know what's crazy? And it's wild that you say that about the business because I had an interview with somebody the other day. Shout out to Miss Georgie. If you see this, then, I don't want to give away too much from your interview. But I asked her. She'd only been rapping for like I thought she said 5 months. She told me 5 weeks. She'd been rapping like 5 to 6 weeks, right?
Wow.
She got a bunch of degrees, went to school, graduated, got businesses and shit like that. So I asked her, like, why do you rap? Like, what's the, you know what I'm saying? She said, because it's easy. And I was like, because it's easy. She was like, yeah.
It's easy.
She said, once I learned the business, then the making the music part is, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing. I just needed to know the business and how you work it. And I was like, damn, I never thought about it in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's where 98% of us fall at. Nobody want to take the time to read,
Right.
Like they say in the past, you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book.
Put it in a book.
And the book will be sitting right here. Facts. We'll be like, man, where them exos at?
Put that ashtray on top of that book.
Ashtray. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to get to it. And while you waiting and stuff, it's burning a hole in you.
For real. And somebody else then took advantage of it and read it and know exactly what's in there. So that's crazy that you say that, man. And like but as artists, it's so hard to accept that because you spend so much time loving what you do. And it's like, damn, once I get somebody to fuck with it and I can get a masses of people to listen to my shit, you lose sight of like, oh shit, I don't know how I'm getting paid. You know, he handed me $3,500 for a couple shows. Yeah. I don't know how much they paid that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never had that much at one time. So
I'm happy.
So
as
I'm
hell.
happy with this.
My mama happy. You know? My kids getting shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit we never had.
Man. This man steady handing us a black card. Every time I say I need some money, I got 2 babies being born at the same time. I got 2 different baby mamas, 3 months behind each other. And they both, I'm like, man, look, soon as I come from doing this, I got you.
Right.
I'm telling him like, yo, I need that loot. What's down? Let me get that. Man, what you trying to do? What you mean?
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. Let me get that. Let me get me. Right. So it's, man, take my black card. You know what I'm saying? Go get what you need. Bring me back the receipts. Do this, do that. I'm like, why is this so important? I remember I got yelled at because I didn't bring back a receipt. But come to find out, you playing games. You know what I'm saying? You charging me for something that you already got your money back on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Writing it off.
Writing it off. Every year. Everything I do, you writing it off. And then still going to turn around and open your book talking about you owe me for this. You owe me for that. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, you think them blunts was free? Yeah.
Nigga charge you for the blunts? Man, damn, I could have bought my own blunts if I knew it was coming back on me. You know what I'm saying?
You go in there, you go to the strip club and they big stupid $1,000. Throw them. You can't keep none of them. Man, I got bigger. Fuck you talking about.
I'm in here cleaning up.
Hey, I don't even know homegirl. What is she, man? What?
I'm in there sliding ones back to myself.
Man, like, let me throw 500. I'm going home with the rest of this.
Look, man, I tell people all the time, I used to have a trick in the strip club. I'm going to go get 40 ones and I'm going to throw 5 of these motherfuckers. And I'm going to look like the man when I'm throwing them 5 and I'm going to just blend in with everybody else. I ain't got nothing but love for you, sweetheart, but I never understood the concept of me giving all my money away. Like, I never got it. Like, even when in this coolest moment when I can be out with all the homies and we celebrating, I just used to look like, damn, I just can't, in my heart, I can't take all the money in my pocket and just throw it in the air.
Yeah,
like, you know how hard I work?
I just went and paid your bills and stuff. Now I got to worry about
now
tomorrow.
I'm out here in the bad. Trying to look cool in front of somebody who don't give a damn about me anyway. Boy, I tell you, it's crazy to be a rapper, man.
My partner used to run to me all the time. Tomorrow, yo, come on, let me. What's up? Need a loan. Need a loan? Didn't you just clear a whole avenue yesterday? I know you did good yesterday. I'm watching you.
For real.
Somebody, I went to strip club last night, threw a couple of them and stuff. I'm a little short. How short? About 1,500. What?
How you a little short?
You lost your damn mind.
No, I'm not finna help you recoup from your vices. No, my brother.
Sir.
Oh, man, but definitely dope, my brother. I really appreciate you coming out and doing this, man. Let people know where they can find you, what you got coming up, man. I know it's something coming because I've been seeing you interviews and you keep popping up on my timeline since I followed you on the gram. So let people know where they can find you and what you got coming up.
You can find me on Instagram at Ice Gizzle. You can find me on Facebook at Ice Gizzle. You can find me on YouTube. I'm on all platforms.
Ice Gizzle.
Yes, sir. We're working on our second video right now.
Okay.
I got a few novels out there. Y'all can go anywhere and get them.
Round of applause for it.
Yes, sir.
For
Cut Boy,
authors.
The Streets made me. You know what I'm saying? Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Go check them out. My first children's book just landed. It's called Jaheim and the Magical Train of Thought, which is also about to be a cartoon.
That's dope, man. That's super dope, man. Yeah, man, come on. This man out here doing shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, have something going on that's other than rap, so that way I can be interested in it. I need to know about it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at as a consumer these days. Like, because it's so easy to kind of get access to everything. So it's dope that you got that going to where if like, hey, even if I don't feel your music, like you got books and shit I can get into, and there's knowledge there, obviously, because you done been through it, you done seen it.
Oh man, I got so many jewels in it, man.
Oh, I already know.
You know,
I already know.
A funny story, man. I was locked up, and I kept seeing everybody gravitating to these urban novels. I'm not a reader, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one day I was on lockdown for like 30, 45 days. I'm losing my mind. Read my Sally book. And I'm like, now, if you ever been in the streets, then you know what's far-fetched and what's real and what's not. So I'm reading, I say, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I said, man, it's some bullshit, man. So he's like, well, if you think you could do better, you write one. I was like,
say less.
Say less.
Say less.
Say less. And once I wrote it, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know, I had to go back because my lawyer was like, what a cold case is, you need to switch that up. You just really, I was snitching. You was like, police read books too. I was like, give me that. Let me get that back. So I had to go change some stuff.
Boy, got too real.
Yeah, I got a little bit too real,
So give us a little sci-fi, a little nonfiction, my nigga. Please.
Yeah. So I had to change that up, but I fell in love with writing, bro. I was already in love with writing, but it was just bars. But I found out that I'm much deeper than that.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different dynamic. I can imagine,
man.
Because writing, I mean, it's not even. I
write movie scripts, cartoons.
I was gonna say it's not even
that,
just
man.
about like having words on a book, but it's like putting that shit together in a way that keeps it compelling for the reader.
When you can become anything that you want, you know what I'm saying, and fall into a world and create a script from it, man, it's the most exhilarating feeling, man. Right. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, and that's I just can't wait for it to be played out on the big stage for everybody to see it.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's how people eat it up when they can see it and actually watch it.
And it's no nonsense. I mean, when I say dropping jewels, I got some jewels.
Oh yeah. Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody specific, man? Before we get out
shout out to Peanut, the mixtape mercenary. Shout out Tay Rock, Terrion, City G, my little brother. Free Lil Will, my brother.
Definitely.
Man. Sin. Pretty much, man, y'all know who y'all is. Y'all know who y'all is. Shout out to Big G, George Lopez.
Oh yeah, definitely shout out George Lopez. Any project, you got a project coming or something like that? Any music? I know you said the second video y'all got coming out.
Yeah. On the Block is already out. I just did a video with Joke and them from Real Life Street Stars.
Oh, shout out to them brothers, man.
Yeah. That came out unique, real nice. And now I got another project, called, man, should I say it?
Nope. If you got to think about it, don't do it. Give it some time. And you fuck around and come out later, it'll be a whole different name. I'd have done it myself.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one to myself.
To be announced. We'll leave it there. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's dope, bro. Anytime you want to come through promotional shit, bro, come chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man. Salute to y'all.
Definitely. Appreciate you coming out, man. Appreciate y'all for watching it live. We'll share it. And then we'll put this up on YouTube, too, so people can see it and, go from there. But appreciate y'all watching, man. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.